Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Megan, and my goal today is to tackle this Herbals cabinet. I know most people don't have Herbals cabinets, but I am actually not able to take normal medication, so I do everything with herbs and supplements. So that's where they get stored. Not like the ones I take every day, but like backstock and whatnot, because I capsule things. And guess what I've been doing? It is that time of year again, and I'm trying to get capsuling done. I have decluttered this cabinet multiple times now. I don't normally take everything out of a cabinet to declutter it. It's just that I kind of need that cabinet to move if I'm going to get tiles underneath it. So I need everything out of the cabinet so it's light enough for me to move it. Honestly, if one of the kids was home, I probably would have just picked it up full and called it good. But it's kind of easier to work on the floor if the kids aren't home, because that is 2 kids and 1 fur baby that are not in the house. We are going to do this and hopefully get a lot done. I'm basically trying to get the floor all the way from this little partition wall back over into the laundry area done before they get home on Friday. So that's what this project is and why I'm doing it. Yes, I am eating marshmallows because, well, that's what we do in this house. Really not helping the whole insulin resistance thing. Anywho, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was confidence. And it's one of those things that I've mulled over off and on over the years. It's not one of those things I have in a whole lot of areas. And I think it's one of those things that you can sort of train. Basically, I've been trying to figure out and put things into words for like 3 hours now. Obviously, I don't have confidence in that. But basically what I was thinking about, I have lots of household projects I want to do to varying levels of like DIY and stuff. So sort of one of those things where you can get things done a multitude of ways. So a lot of people, when they're like thinking household stuff, you kind of have your levels of things you can do. You've got your decluttering, you've got your cleaning, you've got your organizing. But then you also have like your, okay, I want to redecorate. Okay, well, maybe I want to paint, or maybe I want to change flooring, or maybe, and I think this happens with a lot of people that wind up on the hoarding scale. Like maybe something gets damaged, you wind up with a hole in the linoleum or something, and then that causes problems. So, like, I haven't had actual flooring down in here for probably a good 7 or 8 years. I pulled the linoleum up, and it stayed like that for a while. Then I just painted the floor, mainly because somebody spilled a gallon of paint on the floor in a different area. So anyway, then I just started painting, which, I've got lots of paint. I've got a whole shelf of paint. But I didn't finish painting the floor, and over time, paint gets worn off the floor. It does not have the longevity that actual flooring does. So anyway, back then we didn't have a dog. We didn't have dog bowls. Funny thing about that, cats are much neater in their drinking habits. So anyway, the goal is I want to finish these tiles, which seems semi-asinine because I'm to the point that the tiles in the bathroom that was the first room that got tiled started coming up. So I'm already like working on another fix for that floor. And my bedroom's tiled, but it's got a couple of tiles coming up. So literally the laundry room is like a quarter tiled. The kitchen is maybe a 10th tiled. So I am trying to finish the tile, and then, maybe in another decade, I'll have the new floor to the point that I'm tearing up these tiles again. Anywho, it is what it is. So anyway, confidence. You've got these different levels of things you can do in your house, and they come with different skills and skill sets, and some of them you might just intuitively have from watching somebody while you grew up or learning from chores when you grew up. Some of them you might not know, but they're pretty self-explanatory, like peel and stick tile. You peel off the back and you stick it on the floor. Preferably a clean floor. Yes, I did clean the floor before I tiled this. So this is a pretty self-explanatory option, and it's not terribly hard to get it to look good. And, it is sufficient. It works. But the confidence part. Be confident in doing this. When I first started, I was not confident. Like when I did the bathroom, was not confident at all. And I mean, it turned out looking good. There's a few places that I've had issues with tiles over the years. The heavily trafficked areas where I used barely the minimum width of tile because I couldn't have done something simple and I actually wanted a pattern. So in case you haven't noticed that about my bathroom, I've got like marble look tile in the center with a green, not terribly off what I'm gonna, you'll see what I'm putting down in the kitchen. And like faux tile, like faux stone tile around the edge. And then I go into something similar to what I'm putting down in the kitchen in my bedroom, only they were 1-foot tiles instead of 18-inch tiles. If you're doing a lot of space, just so you know, it is not only cheaper, but timing-wise, it takes a lot less to do the 18 by 18. Anyway, neither here nor there. The more you do it, the more you do anything, the more confident you are going to get in that thing. I was scared of doing it when I first started, the first time. And if you have projects around the house that you don't know how to do, you can learn. And you will build confidence the longer you work on those projects. So, my point being, I've got projects that are a bit more scary than peel and stick tile, but I've been needing to do them, and because I'm not confident in my ability to complete those tasks because I haven't developed those skills yet, I'm actually starting with a task that I am more confident in, and that will kind of bleed just a bit. Like, okay, I'm accomplishing something. Yes, let's go. Let's do this. And then as I finish the easier projects, I'm making progress, albeit small progress. And then I'm more confident in my ability to complete things, and I can move on to the easy versions of the next scary thing. And then as I learn how to do that scary thing, I will build confidence. Anyway, have a great week, and remember, a little bit at a time really adds up over your lifetime.